Hi, I'm Lou. Another episode of My Car Story. I'm here with Hurley Haywood. Hurley, how are you?
I'm good. Good to be here.
Now, Hurley, tell us a little bit about your racing background. Get a little closer, Bill.
Well, I've been racing for over 40 years. I actually retired from professional racing in 2012 at Daytona. And all of that 40 years have been spent behind the wheel of a Porsche race car. That's enabled me to win 5 Daytonas, 3 Le Mans, 2 Sebrings, a bunch of different championships. So I've had a good history and good results.
Had a few milks there at the end of the course. All right, I'll grab the camera as I usually do. And tell us about the car that you're going to share with us today, because it's really a unique vehicle.
This is a 1923 Miller race car. Harry Miller was an American. He designed and built race cars in the 20s. And when you look at this car and you look at some of the details,
let's take a look at it. Step back with it.
First of all, this won the Amelia Island Concourse 3 years ago. So it's...
Let's move back just a little bit so we can get it all in.
People, I think, can understand how important from a design standpoint and from a beauty standpoint this car is. When you look at the details from the aerodynamic side of a car like this, you wouldn't think that aerodynamics meant too much. You wouldn't think that aerodynamics played such an important role in 1923, but you look at it and it's very aerodynamic. They've cleaned up, like this bullet right here. Instead of just having a blunt end, that's a bullet. It's beautiful. When you look at the detail of this, the cowling is beautiful. So all these little things help. The covers on the wheels for aerodynamic effect. So both on the front and the back side of the wheel.
And it's just wonderfully simplistic and yet so gorgeous in its simplicity. Come on back with me, Hurley. Now you've driven in this car, correct?
Yep.
How'd you like this?
It's a blast to drive it. It's we had a little bit of a problems with the balloon tires.
Okay.
When you can imagine with the tire that has that kind of mass to it, when they're slightly out of balance, it can be a real challenge. But it's really cool to drive it. Big steering wheel, bigger the steering wheel, the more fun it is to drive.
Yeah.
The pedals, the gear shift, it's all pretty straightforward. And you're out in the open, and you can see the wheels, and it's just when these vintage car meets, both here and at Milwaukee, they have what they call Milwaukee meet, and it just brings all these great cars together, and everybody can share their cars and each other's cars with everybody.
I'm just curious, looking at how thin that tail is. I mean, it looks more like an airplane fin more than anything else. I'm wondering if the boat tail, the Auburn boat tail, had a little influence on something like that. But we've got notice the number of pipes there. That's a straight 8?
Yep.
Let's look at the and a handbrake.
And the handbrake.
That's got to be a little exciting. Let's open the other side. That's spectacular.
And he designed these engines, and not only the car but the engine, and that's just a work of art.
That's gorgeous.
The 4-car over there has 2 of these. This is an 8-cylinder. It has 2 of them matched together.
Wow.
So pretty awesome when you look at it.
This looks tremendous. Let's have you close the hood. Let me just take a look at this side. Let's have you close the hood, and we'll have you stand right next to it.
It's supercharged.
Okay. Hurley, stand right next to it. More fun with My Car Story with Hurley Haywood. Thanks for being on My Car Story.
It's been a pleasure.